more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, Top Billin, Seattle Seahawks Nation, your boy is back right here to help you guys pick up the pieces. And if I'm being honest about it, which I always am, it might have to be a post-mortem type discussion here from the way some of you guys were reacting to the news of your guy, Chef Russell Wilson, leaving Seattle via trade, going to the Denver Broncos. And yeah, I didn't understand that, right? But I'm also the guy who said that this was going to happen when 99% of you said it wasn't going to happen. And yeah, here we are. But I'm not going to talk about that, right? I was being a complete ass on the immediate reaction when talking to you guys because you were giving me hell when I did the whole, is he being passive-aggressive, holding the team back type stuff? And guess what? I saw a quote, or I don't know what it was, right? I saw someone say, I don't know, I can't know if they can attribute that to an actual source, but they were saying that some of the guys on the team were saying something like they didn't know if he was all in and stuff. So that's some of the stuff that I was saying, man. You being passive aggressive like that, you could be holding an elite franchise back. So when I did that content, this is what I expected to happen, and it's here. And I thought you guys would actually be happy because now you can move forward. And you get to move forward with what I saw now is the 9th pick in the draft after not having a first-round pick in a loaded draft. So I want to go over a couple of scenarios here. I'll do a series of these, but I think Seattle has a chance to be very good very quickly depending on how they play this, right? So me personally, I'm going out to get a veteran quarterback if I'm the Seattle Seahawks. I don't have a dog in the fight. Actually, some of these quarterbacks that I'm talking about, I wish would play for my Washington Commanders. So if you can see there, I'm just putting out the best scenario or the best quarterbacks that I think could fit in these systems here. My number one guy, that obviously with Aaron Rodgers gone, I think it would be Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons. You talk about the type of offense that your guy Shane Waldron's running. I want to be able to really work that quick game. Ain't nobody working a quick game better than Matt Ryan. Maybe some as good, but Matt Ryan is going to specialize that, making quick decisions. He'll make the offensive line look a lot better than it is. And, of course, Seattle has perhaps a top 10 receiver in Dennis Rodman Metcalf Jr. there, DK. And, of course, Tyler Lockett, probably a top 20 receiver there. So there's some weapons there. And you added Noah Fant, and nobody's even talking about it. Noah Fant is a freak. A freak tight end like that, first-round pick from a few years ago, he could definitely take the next step in this particular offense that Shane Waldron is running. And you know he likes to feature the tight end, and he's definitely a featureable tight end if that's a word. Beyond that, man, listen, if you have Matt Ryan and those weapons that I said there, you could go with that 9th pick and do something different than going after one of these quarterbacks. Although I like these quarterbacks, I do recognize that these are not your blue chip guys that you're just like, okay, yeah, he's no doubt about it going to be great. So I do feel that way about a lot of these players in the draft beyond the quarterback. You could use your quarterback if you got a Matt Ryan or even a Jameis Winston. That's somebody you guys should be on the radar for as well. I love what Jameis Winston was doing under Sean Payton last season. He ended up with 14 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in the 5 or 6 games that he played before he tore his ACL, and they were winning with that guy, right? And I think he had like a over 100 rating for the year. Completely was changing around from the previous year when he threw 30 interceptions. We also threw like 33 touchdowns and over 5,000 yards, but people didn't want to talk about that. Jameis Winston can sling it. He can work the quick game as well, and he can still give you some of that stuff that Russell Wilson had because he can definitely go vert with the best of them as well. And we know Russell Wilson is the best at going vert in the NFL, so they'll still have that with the Jameis Winston. Not Matt Ryan's forte there, but you live your playbook. You live 85% of it in the mid-range and quick game. That's why Matt Ryan has been so successful. I believe like a 3-to-1 touchdown, the interception ratio for him. Countless years, over 4,000 yards passing, and we've seen what he can do when he really has it on. So he'll have a guy very much similar to Julio Jones that he had in the DK Metcalf and the targets that I mentioned before. Get that run game popping with Rashad Penny was killing them boys, putting them in hospice. Come on. That way you can focus on the defensive line of scrimmage and get yourself like a Trayvon Walker. Y'all seen that big old freak? A 4.5 from a cat who's 6'5", 270 pounds, run a 4.51 or something like that. Officially, laser timing, not some fake ass stopwatch handheld time. Complete freak. Big Jordan Davis, 6'6", his teammate, 340 pounds, running a 4.7. These guys are big, freaky athletes that played in the defensive system that really does translate to the NFL under Coach Kirby Smart there at Georgia. You have a lot of options. One of the options I like is right here with my man Kyle Hamilton, a safety from Notre Dame who can play up at a post. He can do what your guy Quandre Diggs did. Be a 6'4", 220-pound Earl Thomas-like guy roaming the post. Obviously, you can let him sniff around in the box like he's a Jamal Adams. If you were to keep Quandre Diggs, my guy Quandre, even though I want him to go to the Commanders or the Ravens, but hey, it is what it is. If Seattle's able to procure his services again, a three-headed monster, big nickel with those three guys. I mean, look at the type of range that my man Kyle Hamilton has right here. Oh, yeah, if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button, and definitely make sure you share this bad boy on message boards and social media. And salute to everybody out there that sends in that quality support to help the channel thrive and to keep the lights on here at Top Billin, baby, because you know we're giving out that grade A content. All right. So my man right here, Kyle Hamilton. So the little bit that I looked into to see if there could be any variations of what they were doing in Chicago, where the new coaching staff is from, or at least on the defensive side of the ball, where the influence will be coming from. I see a lot of rolling coverage, so I still see a lot of stuff being done from a post. So you're definitely going to still have to have some range. So we got my man right here, Mr. Kyle Hamilton, straight working there, and you can see him working off of this far hash here, the type of range that he covers to be able to get to this particular pass here. And I know you guys in Seattle know about range. Check this out right here. Remember, 6'4", 220 pounds. Look at the football intelligence and look at the range. Hell of a play. See it from this angle right here. Look at that man back there. Got him. One more time this way. Now you can see him right here. The quarterback, where the quarterback is, and obviously the ball is going to travel faster than the man. My man launches that bad boy, and he is right here on the hash, and he's already thrown the ball, and look at him cover ground just like that. Oh, come on. What are we doing here? One more time from this direction so you know what's going on. I love this play. I've watched it so many times. And see a cat like that be able to get to the ball and have that type of range. Him and Quandre Diggs back there, along with Jamal Adams, if they can get that, or if they were to go and find another safety who could play the post and have these guys work that split safety coverage as well, being able to roll coverage and have them both being able to perform similar duties. Come on, man. That's the Seattle way, baby. Let's get it. Trayvon Walker right here can be pressed to the nines, pinched all the way down to a 2 technique if necessary. The guy is just phenomenal with his blend of power and speed, quickness, agility, everything you can think of. Come on, man. You can see right here with this guy and his splitting the difference. This is what I call it right here, splitting the difference. The double teams, it does not matter. He's going to work his way through double teams, whether it be with quickness or whether it be with physicality. So you can see him right here, pinching down and then trying to get through this A gap right here. And the rest is, they say, it's history. Oh, look at that. Come on. Look at that. He created for others. Look at that. Come on, man. Oh, no, what happened? All right, we're going to have to go slow on this one. All right, we see him right here coming from stand-up 6 technique. Imagine that. You go to your odd front alignment as well. I'm not so sure he can't be an outside linebacker. 6'5", 270 pounds. Think about that. What was Jason Taylor and people like that? He's kind of in that mode. You can see him right here. Give him a hezzy. Give him an outside approach. Pinch it down. Completely collapses the spinal column of the center, right? He's done. Come on. He's lost control of his bowel movements off that. Now the man just has the hole right here, the right guard, and he can't even do that. And that allowed for his guy, Jalen Carter right here, who's going to be a superstar next draft. He got through the lane right there, but he fertilized himself, and Trayvon created all that space, air, and opportunity, and ain't nothing you can do. Closing speed nasty. Bryce Young just has to chuck that bad boy and get himself a penalty in the process there. And then look at him. Come on. Taxidermy. My man is taxidermy. Trayvon Walker ain't nothing but the truth, man. I'm telling you. All right, super excited, right? By the time you guys see this, hours and hours have been on past, but got the alert that my Washington Commanders have landed one Carson Wentz. So that takes Matt Ryan off the table for the Commanders. Matt Ryan, Seattle Seahawks, that shit would be hard, I'm telling you. Matt Ryan would thrive in an offense like Seattle's, amongst some other quarterbacks. You guys got to let me know, you rather go with a young quarterback. I think Seattle's a lot further along than a rebuilding process, and I think they could land some people in the draft that could help them immediately along the line of scrimmage, or a guy like Kyle Hamilton. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I got to know where you guys are at mentally. Are you guys in the rebuilding process, or are you guys just a few players away from being back at it again? All right. Salute to that man, Bobby Wagner, as well. He got cut the other day, and sad to see him go just from a player standpoint, being as though I played that position, and that man is the absolute truth. Can't too many people be like him, man. He's just that versatile, great leader and everything. But hey, it all comes to an end eventually, right? KJ Wright one season, Bobby Wagner the next. All right, it's your boy Murf, the Underground King, a.k.a. the DMV King, the East Coast King, whatever you want to call me. Salute to everybody out there. Make sure you get that quality support in so we can keep it rolling with some Seattle Seahawks coverage. All right, as always, peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.